In today's video, you are going to be reacting to the super straight TikTok. Super straight? Now what in the holy name's Bible is that? Super straight? Oh, that sounds like a new superhero that I would be into. Super straight? Okay, I've heard of those people. The Delulu is real. Bruh, super straight, I heard all about this sexuality. That is totally up my alley. Super straight? So is that like actually straight, or is that like a made up sexuality by the LGBTQ community? Because if so, they're appropriating.
Guys, I made a new sexuality now, actually. It's called super straight, okay? Since straight people, or straight men as myself, I get called transphobic because I wouldn't date a trans woman. You know, they're like, would you date a trans woman? I'm like, no, why? That's a female. No, like, that's not a real woman to me. Like, I want a real woman. No, you're just transphobic. So now, I'm super straight. I only date the opposite gender, women, that are born women. So you can't say I'm transphobic now because that's just my sexuality, you know?
Right. Well, he does have a point, because like the children of the Lord, they would want us to reproduce and start families, right? And the only way to do that is to sleep with natural born men and women. Okay, I believe that his points are very valid, you know? There's nothing wrong with being into biological women, you know what I'm saying? Because let's say he wants to have kids. That's important for society. You know, me, myself, I'm a gay person. Like, I support everybody for being who they are, but to be completely honest, this is ignorant. Yes, bro, yeah. He's totally speaking the truth, man. I mean, listen to what he's got to say. Like, he's got a point. He's got a freaking point. Okay. So, what's the issue with this? People have an issue with people who want to have children. Oh no, that's not the issue. The issue is transphobia. Huh? People are making fun of this poor gentleman and other super straight people. Well, heck, you know what, guys? You have my support. These super straight people are really trying to find a way to validate their transphobia, honestly. And people say, oh, it's a preference. Well, you can have a preference without being a dick. Are we really making a big fuss about people who have a preference? Nah, like, that's totally messed up, you know what I mean? Like, so what that I want to be with a real woman? I don't want to be with a fake manufactured one. Like, the heck? Well, of course the LGBT community wants to have an issue with everything that doesn't have to do with them. Like, they are so selfish. Like, let people live their own lives just the way that you are, you know what I mean? Like, if people have a preference and you can have a preference, I don't see what the issue is. So this is the super straight pride flag. Oh wow, it's black and orange. Very ominous, I love. I just realized this is the same color scheme as the Bible. No wonder. So this is one out of many variations of their flags. Well, this clearly states that there are two genders, which is male and female, which is very accurate. So far, I'm digging this Halloween-esque color scheme of a sexuality pride flag. You know, I love how their pride flag almost resembles, the Grindr app. OMG, Pig Night is super straight. Wow, you're totally right, and weren't kidding when you said that new sexualities were being released like new Pokemon games. Did you know super straightness exists even in the animal kingdom? Wow, that is actually really cool that other like animals like mammals, amphibians, fishes, birds, they represent their sexuality on their like fur, scales, and skin. Oh, I fully support, especially because the color scheme is so biblical to me. But I would love to purchase one on my own, have it, you know, propped up on the front porch, waving around in the wind, all the good stuff. Hello, fellow gays. We're super straight. I did not realize my sexuality had a pride flag. Now I gotta purchase some bumper stickers to put in the back of my truck along with my other bumper stickers. Like, what exactly is going on in their minds with the super straight movement? Like, does the black and the orange represent something in the community? Like, are they oppressed for some reason? Like, orange because their leader is orange. If super straight was just recently released as a sexuality, doesn't that leave room for the existence of ultra straight and then hyper straight? Like, come on, like, the possibilities are endless, bruh. If super straightness can exist in all animals, that means other sexualities can as well. And I think that's just so fascinating. But then that also proves that super straightness is real. You know what I mean? Like, if it exists in animals, it has to exist in humans. So there's no saying that it's fake. What were your initial thoughts? My initial thoughts is super straight. That sounds very correct and very holy to me in my spirit. I like the sound of that. My initial thoughts is, wow, Marvel really is coming out with a new phase. Superheroes inspired by different sexualities. My initial thoughts is that, you know, there's nothing wrong with being straight. But there's definitely something wrong with the super straight ideology. That's the issue. My initial thoughts is that I really identify with this sexuality because I only date real women. Except I'm now single because Becky broke up with me in the last video, so there's that. My initial thoughts is that, you know, I never really thought about this sexuality, but I have felt this way for quite some time, to be honest. I don't think I could ever date like a trans guy because wouldn't he have like an inflatable penis? What is super straight? So super straight, according to the TikToks that I had just seen and this whole movement, is basically people who just want to be attracted to those who are natural born as themselves because they perhaps want to bear children, or they just see that transgender folks are demonly. From my understanding, super straight people are very extreme, top-tier straight people, okay? They're just normal straight, except they're not attracted to people that are transgender because those aren't real genders. Super straight is just an excuse to be blatantly transphobic. And again, you do you, but there's no need to announce that to the world, you know? Super straight is basically straight, but super, like me. I'm super. So any super straight ladies out there want to get with me, we can be super together. That would be awesome. Super straight apparently is something that straight people made up that the LGBT community is condemning because it's apparently transphobic because people don't want to date other trans people, when really, like, I don't care if you're trans, like, you do you, I just don't want to be with you. Like, how hard is that to understand? And lastly, what would you say to a super straight person? If I were to speak to a super straight person, I would say, I love the work that you are doing, and I would love to have you in my Bible study group so we could continue further this discussion, because I believe I have read that somewhere on page 69 of the Bible, but that's just the sneak peek, okay? So if you would like, and you would like to join me, then let me know in the comments down below because it's a great read, y'all. If I were to speak with somebody that was a super straight, I would say, hello, fellow brotherin or sisterin. I just want to let you know that you shouldn't let anybody invalidate your sexuality or harass or bully you. We've been through enough, okay? We've been oppressed for decades on end, and now we finally have come to terms and acceptance with who we are and what we're called, and be proud of that, okay? No more of the oppression, I say. No more! If I were to speak to a super straight person, I would probably say, hey, you can like who you like. Who you are is valid, but there's no reason for you to spew out this type of hate speech and rhetoric, okay? Because, you know, at the end of the day, we're all people, we're all trying to survive on this planet, so let's just get along. If I were to speak to somebody that was super straight, I would say, keep it up, man. We need the representation, okay? Keep speaking up about our issues, okay? This is the first time I've ever really felt oppressed, and I really feel like there's a movement for me. So, I'm proud of us. If I were to speak to a super straight person, wait. If I were to speak to an LGBT person, I would say, just leave us alone and we'll do the same to you too, okay? Thanks, besties. Alrighty, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give this video a big old thumb up. Also leave a comment down below letting us know what we should react to next. Also be sure to go and subscribe to Kevin's vlog channel, that way you can keep up with his daily life shenanigans. Link will be in the description down below. Be sure to go and follow Kevin on all of his other social platforms such as TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, all at FlawlessKevin. And remember everyone, to be flawless is to be yourself. Bye!